Hello everybody, and this is your Midway season update, where we cover what's happened in the past and what may happen in the future. Season 2 of the Lowe's Cup series has been fascinating, on your seat, and very unpredictable. Views, comments, and ratings have all improved from this point last season. I can definitely thank everyone out there for the support for the first half. Let's try to keep it going. The following does contain spoilers, so you may want to turn back and watch any races you may have missed of Season 2. Season 2, unfortunately, started out with a canceled preseason shootout due to not having any time at all. So heading into the first race, the schedule had 9 repaves, 4 new ones, and 20 drivers. In total, 16 tracks. And eventually, well, after race 4, we had 29 drivers with the addition of Kurt Busch. You can almost throw away the season 1 notebook because it's not going to help you very much with the new tracks or repave tracks, especially since this is the first Lowe'sCupSeries season with the new Gen 6 car, so it has the new body, right, and the handling is going to change everything. And heading into the first race, we're probably going to see some new drivers dominating the season. Unlike in Season 1, where the sign-ups took like 52 days to take all 30 spots, with just 28 spots to start with, I got it done within just in about, I would say about like 9 hours, maybe even 5 hours, maybe. But and what happened was, when it was all done, there were 14 new YouTubers, and that was a huge surprise. And one of those new drivers is a custom driver, myself, Charles Belding, driving the 97 car, whose primary paint schemes are AS2 and Midway Lemonade. And Charles Belding is competing for the first time ever, a Rookie of the Year, and he's battling Austin Dillon in the 33 Cheerios car for that title spot. Several new features were added for the first time, such as picture starting lineups, onboard cameras, and top 5 rundowns. There were also, this time around, a limit on caution summaries, and also the number that comes after the sponsor, that explains how many laps there are. So we have seen 300, 250, 200, and 175, and those are all 4-run numbers. So far, we've had 11 different winners out of 13 races, with the only 2 repeat winners being Ryan Newman and Jimmy Johnson. We've been traveling as far west as Hawaii to as far east as London. As far as the points go, 7 times has the number 1 spot in points changed, and 6 out of 7 have the different drivers. But the thing is, compared to last season, it's actually slightly less than this point at last season, where it was 9 times with 7 different drivers at this point. That means when you divide 7 by 13, that means heading into race 14, there's a 54% chance that we will have a new points leader. So you might want to watch out, Mr. Hendrick fan. 5 out of our 13 races have ended under caution, and that pretty much started after race 5. So a lot of our more recent races, such as the very last race, for instance, ended under caution flag. And speaking of finishes, it seems like no one really seems to be consistent. Like for example, Jeff Gordon was 14 points heading into race 12, and how was he got first place? So then he moved up to second points, but then the next race, he finished 29, which is dead last, and they fell back to 12th out of the chase. And that pretty much implies for, like, everyone else, because like, no one seems to be, like, consistent. It's like, you win one race, and then you all of a sudden get a DNF the next race. So because of that, I don't really know who has the best average finish, because all of a sudden I see all, like, low numbers and high numbers. So when the season's over, I see this average finishing list to be really, really close. Maybe even closer than Season 1's. Based on this, and since history will often repeat itself, this gives us no idea on who will get into the chase in just 5 more races. Now let's look at who's looking good for the second half. I'd say the top 3 or 4 points will most likely make it in the chase. So if they probably get like a top five, so if like a good quarter of them get like a top five or top 10 next race, and possibly after that, I don't think you have to worry about anything about like those, about that core making it. But everyone else, I don't really know how it's gonna work out, since well, in our history will most likely repeat some of the Lowest Cup series. I don't know. And probably one of the most biggest surprises is the thing is we have four season one chasers. There are 23 in back points. That's Carl Edwards, Becca Zosky, Greg Hill, and Kyle Busch. Um, and they currently rank 29th, 28th, 27th, 23rd. That right there is just like a huge shocker. And just want to get this out. Kyle Busch led the points lead after winning race 7 in that dramatic race in Denver. And since he's had no top tens, and most of his finishes are DNFs or lot of finishes, and he's fell back as far as like 21st points. That right there is the biggest drop ever in the Lowe's Cup Series history, ever. A similar thing has happened to Carl Edwards. He was as high as 5th in the points after winning race 2, in the dominant car and gained the maximum points. But since then, and he's been spending a lot of time either dead last or second to dead last, and you get the point. But either way, it's not just Carl Edwards, but the thing is, it's like all three of the Australian cars are really struggling, so I don't really see any of them making the chase, actually. But it's just my prediction. We'll see how it goes on, and I don't honestly know how I'm gonna plan out these next few races, actually. So who knows? Speaking of maximum points, it's kind of one of like the two themes that seem like stand out the most to me is maximum points. Out of 13 races, only 2 of those has the winner gotten maximum points. It happened in race 2 of Carl Edwards and race 10 of Jimmy Johnson. But besides that, the dominant car has not won the race, and usually are not. The winner ends up passing on the very final lap, and usually only leading like 1 lap usually, and that's how it strangely goes. Our other theme seems like, I don't know if anyone has ever noticed it before, but the thing is, especially in the middle and in the back of the pack, not a whole lot passing. There's a lot of side-by-side racing, but it just seems like no one can really like make passes clear, which makes it even a harder challenge for drivers at these racetracks. With just 5 more races to go in the chase, all 20 drivers still have a realistic shot. So here are our next few tracks, and they're all day races, by the way. Darius at Trenton, and then we go back to another short track, Carbondale. And if you watch race 4, which is at Carbondale, you can see how crazy that was. And then we have 2 new tracks, Louisiana and Evansville. Louisiana is sort of like Kentucky, and like Atlanta Morrisburg combined. And Evansville is a road course. So I think it's the best shot for your road course driver to make in the chase there. And finally, a change. It's not Mount Vernon anymore. It's actually Des Moines to decide our 12 chasers. So from short track to high speed. The second half of season 2 is going to be even better, with more winners, unique finishes, and of course, your voice cracked host, myself. Be sure to stick around for the second half. And I want to know, how do you think season 2 has gone, either from your perspective or the overall perspective? So I would like to know in the comments. But of course, if you don't want to say anything, then yeah, it's okay. You don't have to say anything. Oh yeah, before I go, I want to mention that there are some updates on the website. So now, if you go to like the pages of my tracks, the videos of the races there of the tracks are enough up there. So now you can actually watch my videos of my races on the website as well. Also, there are also a few more like specific stats. Sorry for that. On like which driver held the points lead for how many races, and a few more like records or whatever. So you might go check that. So if you're looking for the link, I'll put it down in the video below. But you also can go to like one of my recent videos that talks about it. Uh, so yeah. So make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. And just goodbye, everyone. See you for race 14 and beyond.